Like, what time did you get back? 10. Feel all right? Yeah, feel a bit rough. What did you do? I was asleep. Did you not worry where I were? Like, no, you went out with Gemma, you said.
You're a grown woman.
And
And
I
I trust what you're telling me is right.
Shopping at Gemma's. Well, what did you do? I said, went to sleep. Got
Got up and did my cardio.
Got up and did my cardio. Like, what you doing today? Like, same as I did yesterday. And then it's like...
They don't get it, do they?
No, but then it's, oh, you're being like sneaker. I'm like, I'm not being sneaker. Yeah, but you are, because you're not saying what you're doing. I'm like,
I'm not doing all.
I do the same thing at the same time every day.
So when you're saying to me what you're doing today, I said same as yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah. You ask me where I am at 3:37 and it'll be in the same place as I was.
Do you know what I mean? And I just think, so now I just think, you know what? Just fucking foot down with business. He's fucking growing right fast. Like,
mate, your business is going mental. I keep looking at your brother's fucking transformation. I'm
like, that's good. And the thing is, if it is a distraction to you, then it's just not worth it right now. There will be a time and a place where you need that.
Yeah.
Good.
Like Christian.
Yeah.
When he said when he just worked all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what you've got to do. You're not allowed days off, kind of thing.
No,
so
absolutely.
If you're trying to build it up, so that's what I'm doing. But
reps, nothing beats hard work. There's not one situation anywhere where somebody's worked and worked and worked and worked,
and they ain't got what you wanted,
and you've not got what you wanted. You just haven't. And the thing is, yeah, right, okay, you might work and get nothing from it for 9 months, but at some point, it's just fucking.
It's like bodybuilding.
If you throw enough shit, it sticks.
It's like but it does,
doesn't it? You just keep. It's exactly the same as bodybuilding.
Like you know, like when people join newbies.
Yeah.
So like, if you do a year, you'll look, but you've got to do a year's graft.
Yeah.
It's like your business. When you start with it, you've just got to put. It might not all happen at once, but sooner rather than later, because more clients you get, more results you get.
Oh. Yeah,
and then results.
It's a game of numbers.
Yeah, and then results get you more results because people go, fucking hell, I want to join.
Yeah.
I want to join.
So a question we get asked a lot actually is...
In fact, should we just do a quick intro?
We're
live. Sorry, we got carried away with conversation before, but welcome back to the Big Dogcast, episode 12.
It's 12, but like it's 2.
It's
12,
yeah.
Yeah, this is sort of a new era. So we are now... second episode 2. 7 studios. We've even got a new setup today. Have we, James?
We have.
Is it new? Can you see that? Camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got that on telly
Big
now.
Dogcast logos on.
Telly on, Coronation Street.
So, yeah, we've leveled up again. So, yeah, we're into full swing, 3 cameras. Shout out to D and Riz, by the way, because you can see the logo. Obviously, you've seen the logo on Instagram, but D and Riz from Engineered Muscle designed our Big Dogcast logo.
Speaking of logo, where are we with clothes? Or is that touchy subject?
No, it's not a touchy subject. So I did send a voice note into group, which nobody fucking responded to, but it were 2.5 minutes.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So
that's short for you. I had a 12-minute one for it over there. I'm like, I'll wait till I go to bed at night for audio.
So I did put a voice note in group. So with, obviously, we're doing a gas Big Dogcast collab, but to get the digital mock-up, they need to have all the sizings and the orders. So we basically need to, because we've got that design, that's basically what the design is going to be. We need to take the pre-orders. So I've done that.
Done the sheet.
I've done that sheet, so I just needed to know what we wanted to put on the post. So I just needed some input from
all right, sound. Right, yeah.
What we're going to be retailing them at.
I can remember listening to that.
Yeah, you just didn't reply.
No,
I never replied. Did I not reply? I thought I did.
No, you didn't. You both didn't reply. So that's why I've left it. So it's Jimmy and Doctor's fault. We're ready to put the
technical director in it.
Yeah,
post out.
Yeah, we're ready to put the post out for the pre-orders on the tees.
Yeah, when they do, you need to hurry up because we're only doing 50.
We're only doing 50.
Yeah, I've got a few people saying, "Can you put my name down?" I'm like,
"No,
we can't guarantee it.
We can't guarantee it."
I've got a couple of clients that said, I'll sort you out.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of originals that a couple of guys who message a lot and ask a lot of questions.
Yeah,
we'll look after originals.
We'll look after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to listeners for reviews or any new followers and just interaction again. We've had we had a lot of nice comments on the last podcast.
Yeah, no.
on YouTube.
I keep getting a lot more messages and all.
We're getting some really good traction. So thank you again for all your support.
And what we've been told a few times, or actually has been mentioned to me, is people saying they feel like, do you know when you're a little bit on your own and stuff?
Yeah.
People are saying, I feel like I'm just sitting down with lads
Having a chat
on a Sunday morning, having a chat. Like this is like a bodybuilder pub, innit?
Yeah.
Like like if it was a pub.
It's like it helps people.
It does help people. A lot of people said that you've helped me through prep, or you've helped me through an hard time, or I've been in a bad place, and that's what makes it, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does.
That's what makes it.
Yeah, so sit down, get yourself a coffee. Well, if you're doing cardio, carry on. A couple of levels up, fucking get cracking, and then if not, sit down, chill out, and let's what we're on with today. Let's have a chat.
So we've got a couple of shout outs. You'll see me and Jimmy's having a coffee. Doctor's got a Monster.
Rest day coffee.
In his coffee mugs, I did actually.
I don't have coffee anyway, so even if I'd have got a mug, but Nave smashed mine.
I've smashed 2 this morning.
Throw it at Fever.
It's 'cause I'm back on gear.
Today's topic: domestic violence in bodybuilding.
So we've got a Blasting Cruise mug, and Jimmy's got fitting for him up the trend.
Well, we say this, but I didn't do a lot of trend last time.
No, you didn't. But it's always
But
up
you
the
did say
trend.
you were going to up it this time, didn't you?
But
Without
Compact.
saying.
So yeah, shout out to Compact. Compact do a line of mugs, just these
Pretty
sort
cool,
of
aren't
things.
they?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Just had Anavar, just had Primo, loads of little things like that. So if you want to go online, James will put the link in the description. You can order your own up the trend mug.
We'll see if they do as a big dog cast. We could do a big dog cast.
We could do a big dog cast
Yeah,
mug,
yeah,
couldn't we?
yeah.
That'd be good.
That would be good.
So
For every fatten, there's a fatten.
Yeah.
On.
for every mug there's a mug.
Yeah. But it only comes up when it goes hot.
Emergency Gregs. Yeah, so that's that. I tell you what, I want to give a shout out to while we're here is Rob Taylor and Ryan Robinson.
Yeah, do you know what? I was going to
good.
mention that because it did look fantastic. You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there.
You know, it looked like outside looking in. You know, like we're on about old school bodybuilding.
Back in nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it did to me.
Like
as well.
everybody were like,
Oh yeah, it were good. Atmosphere were
Everyone pissed
good.
up in fucking crowd.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
obviously weren't, but like
no, but
it
it
sort
just
of
looked
looked like
like
that atmosphere,
everybody.
didn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just looked
Everyone
like
was welcome.
It were buzzing. It were buzzing. So Gas Mark 10 Classic at the weekend, which was put on by Rob Taylor and Ryan, which was an independent show, no affiliation to anyone. And honestly, to say that was the first one, and they're new to doing it, new to promoting shows, they absolutely smashed it. From the vendors, they had Engineered Muscle on there, they had Donuts, they had Cookie Dealer, they had Blood Clinic, they've got other bits and pieces there. So like the vendors that they had there were class, the judges were class, all like your
Mike and Lisa, was it Mike
and Lisa were there, but your old school judges, Jason Corrick were there, Steve Johnson, Paula Berkhamshaw, like it were proper.
it looked good.
It's proper. It's bodybuilding, isn't it? British bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It were proper. They had 5 or 6 IFBB pros guest posing, who obviously, because it's not affiliated, they all got nod.
Yeah.
Which were just class. They got a big pose down, and like it were just good.
It's only one I've ever watched.
Trophies were sick, prizes were sick.
I should have gone. You know, I don't
I
ever
didn't
wanna
realise
go
it was
to
that.
one.
I didn't realise it was
watched
that weekend.
And I thought, I wish I'd have gone to that.
Yeah, I wish I had gone actually. I didn't.
Usually when I see them, I think, look at them fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But you can see passion that they've got for bodybuilding and what they put into it.
There's somebody running it who actually does
Rob's been on-
bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's not
Rob's been on
about,
circuit
it's
for a
not
long
it's not a
time.
business. It's
It's
for
bodybuilding.
athletes. Yeah.
And that's what it needs to be.
Yeah, of course it
really.
does.
Like,
I hope it's a staple in the bodybuilding calendar because it was very good. And now because obviously they've got the first one in and people will have seen what it were,
Might get,
it'll be busier and busier every year now because people will want to do that show.
of course it will. It look good. And while we're at it, fella looked fucking mega, didn't I?
yeah, well, Nave's client had the overall win.
Yeah.
It did look great, didn't he?
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
know what?
looked
Obviously,
fucking-
we weren't going into that show expecting that, so it was a great result.
Well, I
Anything
did. I
different?
told him So I did.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew.
you're always going to win, but you never expect.
I know it would.
Yeah, overall, in
winning overall.
because a lot of good guys in there as well.
Yeah, it was a strong lineup. But he looked mega, and do you know what? He's been so predictable so far in his prep, like so predictable. Like I could have literally said, right, you're gonna wake up a pound heavy tomorrow, or we're gonna put this amount of food in. But because he's been on prep a long time, he's been lean for like 10 weeks, like peeled. Your body starts fighting back a little bit,
dropping off a bit too much.
So
sometimes.
The food that I was putting in just weren't holding. Like start at week, even before we'd started carbing up, his baseline carbs were 650 grams, and it was just getting flatter. We did a high day, started loading on Wednesday, did a high day with a dense meal as well, sent him for a burger, like a pound up. I'm like, fucking hell. So we did another like 950 gram of carbs on the Thursday, but cleaner food. And then we said, this is about where we need to be, but we still need to fill a little bit more. But I thought, because them 2 days are probably saturated, I thought if we just back off a little bit, it'll be about right.
Yeah.
It's a good job we went meal by meal, because I'm like, got to like meal 4, and I'm like,
it's dropping again.
It's just literally dropping off.
It?
So he like sent me, he's checking meal 4 and meal 5. And I had to send him for another burger and fries, and we just had to keep feeding him on show day. Good thing is he weren't on stage till like 4:30, so I just had to keep feeding him.
Right, yeah, that's nice.
I just had to keep feeding him, and his digestion were spot on.
And he's a nice kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he deserves that.
There's not many like him. He's one at best. So
no, he's good.
Ray deserved it. Looked great.
Yeah, he looked to me like proper good sign off for the season. That like, and see where he's come from. Like your men's physique. 2023, back end of 2023, like just over 18 months, he's put 17 pound of muscle on, and he's won 2 overalls in bodybuilding.
And this goes back down to like one of the questions what we're in, but doing your off season,
doing it correctly.
He fucking lives and breathes it.
Yeah,
he does off season exactly the same as you do. There's no, and
he still has a little bit of balance, but he don't miss his meals.
He don't miss
his training. Everything's locked in.
He goes on holiday, he'll have bits, and he'll have something on a Saturday. But whenever you see him, he's eating his meals.
Yeah, he's locked in.
He's eating 42 meals out a week, 41 out.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And every week in, week out. There's no. He gets leaner. He's got leaner every time, and it's through your off season, just like your.
Just a better starting position.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, it's only from peak off season to stage weight. There's only £20 difference.
Yeah,
that's it all.
That's generally where he should be for a lot of guys. Like if he could have definitely been £30 heavier, couldn't he? And then had to take another 10 off.
Yeah,
what you do?
What that would have done to his
more
physique.
stress. Yeah. Ruined him.
We've kept him fresh all the way through.
Of course we have.
Prep. Yeah.
Before we went on holiday, Thailand, was it?
Yeah.
He looked fucking.
He looked 5 weeks out then, didn't he? And he had 11 weeks.
Yeah,
but he does get lean quick as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He carries a lean set point. Does Valley?
Yeah, he does. He'd really have to graft to get fat.
You two same, don't you? And it makes it easier when you start prep.
Yeah.
You go fucking on.
But I think that's just time, isn't it?
Yeah, just keep doing it.
For me, it's like skinny kid genetics as well.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
But do you think the fact that it was a little bit more chilled out, he'd done it, and this one was like just off the cuff, do you think that really helps the look?
Yeah, I do.
A lot less stress, a lot less cortisol present. I think just makes a massive difference.
And nailing his sleep. His sleep only really started getting affected the last 3 or 4 weeks of prep, which is when body started fighting back a little bit. I don't think people underestimate how important sleep is.
Well, it's everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So, but yeah.
What we got? So
what we got planned today?
Oh, go on.
Go on.
We never shout AW out either, do we?
Yeah, we do.
And he does.
We do need to shout AW.
Of course, he does it for nothing as well.
Yeah. So, shout out to Alex Whitehead, AW Media Marketing.
You little twat.
Yeah, little fucker. Who does AW actually does my Good Style posts as well.
He does
and
mine,
it does your Dr. Carousel.
Yeah.
So it
fucking doing out for me.
Well, you know, we pay him.
I don't actually post now. I mean, I don't think I've done a posting fucking.
But yeah, Alex has started doing his working with James and doing his thumbnails for YouTube.
And he doesn't charge us, and he's
just doing it at Goodness Resort, which is we appreciate that. So shout out to AW. So if you need any social media work doing for your business, whether that's logos,
websites,
carousels,
Yeah, if you just look at your
just
profiles.
just look at our websites and my profile. He does all those carousels and things like that, and all those sort of stuff on there. So,
right, we've got plenty of bits to go through today, haven't we?
We have.
You'll be pleased to hear. What are we starting with? We had a little bit of a.
I want give a bit of a shout out to Industry International Gym Accessories.
Stop shouting people out. Fucking hell.
Well, I just wanted to. This is what I'm wearing today. Is Industry. So, Industry International Gym Accessories. So
they are nice.
They are really
nice. I do like.
I've got the new straps, elbow sleeves, knee sleeves. Not that I've used the knee sleeves yet, but honestly, the quality. Absolutely quality. Probably the best quality I've ever used in terms
of.
Did
they send them you out? Did they send
me out? Yeah.
Did they send you any, Jimmy?
But you can use.
I didn't send me any. Did they send you any? No. Well, cancel that bit out, James.
And I followed them.
If they see this, they might hook you up.
I'm a 4XL.
But you can use code Big Dog on Industry International, and you can get some discount on all gym accessories. So, shout out there. But let's get into
the podcast.
Jimmy, you've just got back from Dubai.
I did.
Let's have a review.
That was a fucking absolute.
Did you have your beard done and dyed?
Well, I went in and I was like, "Can I have a
Nathan Styles?"
A Nathan Styles. And I was like, "Oh, short back and tasty." I was like, "Yeah." But then I just didn't end up getting one. So, because the shade was going to be too dark on beard. And he said I didn't have enough greys except for an Nathan Styles.
Yeah. He said he's too young, didn't
he? He said didn't want to make me look too young. I don't want to be turning all these women around. No, it was all right. It was hot.
Did you train while you were there?
I only trained once
because you were repping Dungeon today.
Yeah, so I only went to Dungeon for clothing. Really, no, I went. I just wanted to see what it was like there. I've never trained there before. Last time I was there, I was in Banús.
And what was it like, Dungeon?
Yeah, it's good. Okay. It's where I would train. It's bodybuilding gym. It was Eid while I was there, so it was dead. I saw Darren in there. Good session, train legs. But when I was there, I was going to be doing a lot of steps. So I trained legs and did 25,000 steps on that day.
Fucking hell.
And it's 45 degrees. So it's like maybe I was
maybe a bit too much.
I was maybe going to go to Oxygen and then Banús and just try that out. But as it happened, it was like I needed the deload. Do I train while I'm there and completely fuck myself up and then I have to rest when I'm back? Or do I just
use that as a rest?
So I just used that as the rest. And yeah, enjoyed it. It was good. I'll tell you what pissed me off, which is a bit of my gripe actually. I thought, because I'm on plan all the time, I thought, if I'm going to eat something, I'll share it on Instagram. If I have an off-plan meal or a retreat, I'll share it. And on the second night, I thought, when I went out for something to eat, I put like my chicken and rice Turkish thing on and some desserts. Like all them desserts worked for me. I had two desserts. But I got like I must have had more than 10 messages. Not being like, oh, it's all right for some, but like commenting that I'm eating something. And that fucking wound me up.
Did it?
It did, because I've gone to just try and experience a little bit of life. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's almost just like, fucking hell, steady on, mate.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck off, you fat bastard. Like, do you know what I mean? I just went on my Instagram and my inbox was like, I feel like fucking hell. And just comments on it.
Do you know if it's somebody who said, looks right nice, that, mate?
Yeah, or get that in your lad, or something like that. And like,
you deserve that.
It's almost like I weren't allowed to have it. Whereas, and then someone said, can I, does that mean I can have that then? And I was like, when you put another 100 pound of muscle on and lose fucking 20% body fat, and actually stick to your plan, then yeah, sound. But up until that point, no fucking lock in. Do you know what I mean?
DJ.
It's warm.
Fuck, that's broke, I think. Can we turn the
It's warm, isn't it? I'm getting warm from getting mad again. But yeah, no, that pissed me off. Do you know what I mean? Like, just.
Do you know?
So I didn't post anything after that.
You know that what you're saying though? I find myself, like, when I'm in prep, I find myself not eating art or taking it home and having it just because of that reason. Because you get somebody go, what are you doing eating that? What do you mean? What am I doing eating? Same as what you are, just having it once every fucking blue moon instead of every day, you fat bastard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just thought, I thought I'd try and portray the fact that I can. So I was still going to be fucking shredded and shit. In fact, I'd have been dropping because of the steps I was doing in the heat.
Yeah.
I wanted to portray I can go away, I can eat, and I can I eat the same thing no matter where I'm in the world. I couldn't get shrimp, but it was very expensive there. I just was having fucking chicken instead. So it's to say no one wants to see chicken and rice pudding every meal again anyway. So I thought, I'll just put this on, put that on, and I just didn't bother in the end. I mean, I had a Cheesecake Factory.
What did you go for? Chicken. Chicken and rice.
Well, that's it. I only had like half a starter and half a main. I went for like mac and cheese balls.
Nice.
And there's Louisiana chicken, which is chicken and pasta, and then a cheesecake, which was nice. But
Cheesecake's banging though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was fucking right nice. But yeah, that was. And then on last night I had a Papa John. I went to Papa John's, and you can get like, I don't know if it's something you can get here. Can you get like a crust, like a thin base, but it's got cheese, like a cheese base? Can you get that here? No,
I'm not sure. I've never had a Papa John's.
Well, it was right nice. But it was only small. It was like a medium. It was fucking pathetic. And then what did I have after? Some Dubai chocolate. Tried a bit of Dubai chocolate.
What do you reckon to that?
Yeah, it's nice. It's all right. Yeah, but that was it. And then the day after that, I went over to the old town. And one thing that surprised me more about Dubai since I've been back, and one thing I really fucking don't like, and it put me off it a lot, is, do you know when you go to, you're in Spain, you're in fucking Tenerife or wherever you go, Magaluf, fucking whatever, and you're walking out the street and you're getting badgered by every cut that you walk by. Oh, sir, come in my shop.
Yeah, I noticed that last time I went.
Have this or have this. In Dubai now, even in the mall, it's the same.
It's the same, yeah.
Everyone stood outside with that fucking aftershave.
Yeah.
There's only so many times you can be like, no, I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to walk
and
not be badgered by some cunt trying to stick a stick in my face.
It's because it's been
come here.
It's because it's been so westernised now that is just the norm.
And I just didn't.
I noticed that when we're walking in mall.
I didn't want
every corner, it
pisses you off.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to buy something, I'm going to fucking buy it. Just because you wave something in my face, I'm not going to come in. And then went to Old Town last day, and that was the day where I was like, I ain't going to be a bodybuilder today. I'm going to take it off. So I didn't take meals out with me. And went out, and it was 45 degrees. Didn't have my fucking tactical rucksack on, so I weren't fucking ready for desert weather. Chicken and rice from fucking tea room, but still. And then I just didn't drink enough that day. Probably 15,000-20,000 steps.
Didn't eat enough. Weren't hydrated enough.
Didn't eat enough. Didn't, because I was trying to be like the normal person. And then woke up to go get the flight home at like 2, and hyperkalemia had got me, which is obviously that genetic thing that I have, which drops my potassium and my electrolyte balance. I've obviously sweated so much and not rehydrated with electrolytes that I couldn't fucking move. Like my legs were so heavy again. Do you know, like I can't move. And then I could just feel myself swelling. And I'm like, fuck, I've got to get on a plane. And then got to the airport, couldn't get any electrolytes. I couldn't get any potassium because they didn't have them in the chemist. They just had them little multivitamin fizzy things, it's like Barocca, but they're like called fizz. Like, so there was 100 milligram potassium in one of them. So I had to have 20 of them for 2,000 milligram potassium on plane. And I got some fries, and then my body's just been a bit fucked on it.
Yeah, it's been a little bit inflamed and a bit under stress on it. Because I looked at your weights on your tracker.
It was like 16 £16 in.
No, but your body weight were like, you were holding the same weight as what you went.
It was, so my weight was the same. And then when I woke up that morning, so the morning before I weighed myself. Then when I woke up the morning to fly, I didn't weigh myself. And then when I weighed myself the morning after, I was like £16 off. So I put £16 on in a day from just from the water swollen. And then I'm back down now to, I'm like £16 down. About
£14 down, yeah.
So it was good. I experienced what I needed to experience, but it just ended a bit shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's that. Jimmy, Dubai review. Will you, do you think you'll be heading out there anytime soon, or do you think you'll be making the move, or is it something you've got to think about?
I don't really have a choice, to be honest with you, to move. So it's definitely something that's going to happen in the next 6 months. I was going to fly straight back out there, but flights at the minute, you can't really.
It's fucking hot there.
It's hot. So,
and Big Dog Cast.
Yeah, and Big Dog Cast.
So what are you going to do? Fly all like back or?
Yeah.
It's
business class.
Oh,
it's only like $5 or something. No, so yeah, I don't know. It's one of them minutes like, I don't really want to go, I haven't been honest.
No, it's like your hand's been forced.
Yeah, I just, if If I want to retire, how I want to retire, I want to have what when I, because to me in my mind, I've always got the feeling of lack. I'm never going to have enough, and that's just growing up with nothing, I suppose. So for me, it's like I always have to have more than I need. So as a bodybuilder and as an online coach, the industry is so fickle. And in 5 or 7 years' time, I ain't going to be relevant, especially when I don't post on social media. And there's going to be some fucking skinny, fucking science-based bastards that are going to be top of the game. And they aren't going to be interested in old-school bodybuilder that managed to build loads of muscle and look great anymore, because that don't work anymore, apparently. So in my mind, I need to have a retirement plan already. So when bodybuilding does drop off in 7, 8 years or whatever, or 10 years, then I can be some. But I just can't do that in the UK.
No,
I can't do it. So
IROX is going to take over, innit?
it fucking in.
I don't know.
Did you know what he stood for, Hyrox?
Yeah. Oh no, there's
It's something. It's something like.
homosexual.
Yeah, it's like homosexual rock star. I think it's hybrid rock star or something like that. It's like fucking hell. That's even made it worse.
Yeah. That's it now.
Yeah. So
What about you? Oh,
where I'm at personally, fucking hell. It's nice for this next few weeks to have a few weekends off with no shows.
No shows. You've been flat out. Haven't you?
Yeah, I've been flat out for the last 2 months. Like every weekend's been 1 or 2 shows, and I haven't got that now for 3 or 4 weeks, which is nice. So I can have a little bit of normality back.
Give a bit back to Phoebes.
Give a little bit back to Phoebes, yeah.
and what you doing tomorrow? Gary, did you see?
Gary's coming up. He's
a couple of sessions with Gary, aren't you?
a couple of sessions with Gaz. He's coming up. He's fucking working his bollocks off, Gaz, to be fair. As we know, he's not the most genetically gifted, but in terms of his adherence,
Work rate.
and his work rate, I couldn't ask for anybody like any better. And it's the best he's ever looked by a million miles. Like from the front, he's more or less more or less there. He's just his glutes. And I said to him at the start of this prep, I'm like, we're going to get your fucking glutes in. But then it's also one of them, when you actually get down to that point where he's like, fucking face is funky, and he's like...
It's like, fucking, are you going to Auschwitz or are you going to fucking...
Yeah. So I'm like, if I keep pushing him... So I've given him a diet break this week, which I don't usually do. I'm not a coach who runs diet breaks, because I think diet breaks, in my opinion, are for people who are massively overweight.
Yeah.
And you've had to diet them for a period of time, but you just can't... They've still got loads of weight to come off, so you've got to bring them back to maintenance for a certain period to then go again. Most people who bodybuild, they can get it done in, you might use high days and you might have a few days rest here and there, you might have a deload, but generally you can do a 16 to 20 week prep without having a week's diet break.
Yeah, like the thing is,
But he's got to the point now where he's like 19 weeks, 20 weeks deep in prep, and he's still got 5-6 weeks left till his show.
Just giving him a freshen up. He's got that last leg of push.
I couldn't just push him from here for this next fight. He'd just disappear. So cardio's been pulled, fat burners have been pulled.
Just for this week.
Steps, you pull steps down.
Steps of just staying at like 11k.
That's
but he's got an office job, so he doesn't do a lot of steps anyway. So for him to get 11k steps in, he has to step. Whereas his cardio's been at like 300 calories in the morning, and then 20 minutes Stairmaster post-workout. So it's been like 45, 50 minutes a day, 11k step, which is quite high to say that he doesn't actually move a lot.
Yeah, well, for me to get 10, 11k,
you have to go for a few.
It's quite difficult, I'll get a few watts.
So I've just brought his calories back to maintenance and just given him a freshen up before I go again. I think he's probably got, realistically, another 3.5 weeks worth dig in, and then
freshen up for it.
For the show, yeah. And his glutes are the leanest they've ever been, but there's still more to come off. But so it's like...
The thing is,
you've just got to...
If he's going to carry on competing, you need to get it off at some stage.
Yeah, it's got to come off.
It's got to come off. So if this is the time to do it, just get it off.
Yeah. It's like one of them, like... He's probably going to have to look worse before he looks better.
Mm-hmm. But you've got time on your hands with that as well. Like, it's not like he's picked a show and you need to, for that show because he's booked
we've not done that because we did that last time and then I had to fucking drill him towards
that's where stress comes in there,
So it'd be nice to see him in person and see where we're at. And
what about your own training? Where are we geared up or not? Are we
No,
fucking juiced up?
120 milligrams per week.
What, negative?
Yeah, yeah. So on the Strudelhausen theory, what's your angel numbers? I'm not even on scale, am I?
No,
It don't even start till, what is it, 300?
300. 300's like just to get you in range. So you don't count up to 300. So he's got, and then you add it up. So whenever he's on 120, every week he gets to put 180 in bank.
All right, okay, yeah.
That's out of my book. That's out of my book. Like.
Yeah.
Primo don't count, does it?
So Primo don't count because that's like drinking heavy and water, innit?
Yeah.
So he's got 180.
Yeah.
How long have you been on 120 now?
Like 4 weeks.
So he's got 180 times 4. So what's that? 183, 720.
Yeah.
So he's got 720 test in bank.
To play with.
Yeah. And, which still don't take him in an anabolic range.
Wait. well, actually,
these are all to do with angel numbers.
Yeah, well, to be, you can be super physiological, but hypertrophy wise, it's still around 250 milligrams of test per week.
Yeah.
To be able to stimulate that.
I'm literally in. And I overthink because I've been so busy. I've been fucking overthinking everything, and I've decided that I just need to hand it off to someone. But I'm not in a position. I do need to hand it off to someone.
Someone just a little bit like obviously with John it was a massive commitment.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So you're gonna just.
I just need somebody to be accountable for and say, just do that.
Yeah.
And I still think I can probably because I've been thinking saying, yeah, because I'm not doing this. Could I put a bit of IGF in? That's not going to affect me.
You start messing about with fucking security gogs and all that shit.
Could I have a little bit of insulin in around workout windows? Could I do this? And I've got that many things.
That's you thinking it, innit?
Just
you
need
to let somebody.
I just need to let somebody else say do this because obviously I'm focusing on fertility at the minute. That's the main thing. But I still want to fucking be able to train and progress.
Do shit, yeah.
And at the minute, I can tell, like today, I'm smashed because I've started doing a little bit like. I'll add a rest pause set in there, or I'll add a cluster set, just because I enjoy it, or I'll add a drop set in. And then 2 sessions in, I get to the third day and I'm absolutely bollocks.
I've been
because I'm still 320 pounds.
Yeah, well, you're still a fucking big old nasty lump.
And my strength hasn't really dipped. It's just what I can tell. Like yesterday I trained push, and I've got incline Smith as my second exercise. Somebody were on it, so I did flat press and then went to incline Smith.
Weak as a kitten.
When you're on cycle, you can change that second and third pressing movement, and you can probably still hold numbers, and your load doesn't really change. I'd done my top set back off on flat press, went to incline, and I'm like, this feels heavy.
Can't even move it.
This is heavy. So I'm like 5 kilo down and 2 reps down, and I'm like, fucking hell, like. But that's what I can just tell now.
The thing is, I think. You can just enjoy training at a minute, though.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Don't get too much in the head about like strength dropping or optimal. If you want to do a rest pause, big dog, do a fucking rest pause.
Do you know what I've been like doing it. Like
going to just rest when I need to. Thing is, I've got
need a day off
because I'm not doing a full leg day. I ain't got as much central nervous system fatigue. I'm not fucked from doing a full leg day.
Yeah,
because I'm just tagging hamstrings on at back one of my pull sessions.
Like posterior a little bit, like half.
Single leg curl and like some glute ham hypers and some adductors, because that's what I can get away with pain free. But I can't even do spin bike at the minute.
Been doing RDLs or SLDLs?
No, because I did it. I did SLDLs 2 weeks ago, and just like stabilising front floor. Once I got past 3 plates, like the
stability was
and the pain in my knee. I was like, and then I started compensating on this leg. Woke up next day.
Glute, lower back.
My glute and my lower back, I was fucked. And I'm like, that's just because I can't brace fully into this.
Well, I did RDLs yesterday for the first time in over because I've been doing SLDLs. I feel like I bruised my spine this morning. Just not even in a good way, because I've loaded that point of my back and just not had the stability in my body to be able to lift it properly.
Yeah.
So that was to me like, right, okay, I need to start at maybe game plates rather than.
So I'm just. Everything's good.
Steady.
Everything's steady. It's just frustrating that I can't be in my note because I'm so used to doing cardio all year. I'm like, I'm getting up and I'm like, what do I do? So I'm getting up now and just what I'm aiming to do is get up, have my soaps and me gut drink, and then I take dogs straight out because it's getting hot now. So if I don't get dogs out by 6:30 in the morning, it's too hot for them. So I take dogs out for half an hour in the morning and then get cracked on with my work. But my steps are probably 9 to 11K. If I don't try, I still do 8.5 when I do do a decent dog.
8 to 10 is
a decent dog walk in the morning, and then walking around the gym. I probably have to go for a second dog walk on a rest day like today, because I'm not walking around the gym. So there's 2,500 steps there. What I don't do. Business is going really well. Coaching. I've had a good season so far. Travel plans. Me and Phoebes are going to look at going away for her birthday, end of August. She's 30.
Where are we thinking?
Thinking somewhere just for like a long weekend, maybe like Marbella.
Oh.
Just somewhere pretty close.
Dubai, Marbella.
Yeah.
Business is good.
Yeah,
Okay,
Marbella.
When's Lambo coming?
But it's cheap enough in Spain. Like,
I've been to Marbella before. It was all right. I went with Ricky Mott.
Did you? One of his events?
Yeah, Dorian's gym.
Did you?
I used to go as a
Yeah,
group.
so
It was quite good.
Train there. I think that's what we're thinking, somewhere like that, just for like a long week. It
Bit of sun, chill,
might even
yeah.
go to Ibiza, but like other side.
Yeah.
But we'll...
I don't think you in fucking Ocean Beach is going to go down too well with them little shorts on.
No.
Fucking hell.
No.
On it.
Mate,
You'll have fucking 18, 19-year-old lads swinging off your neck.
Mate,
You get that big man.
It's not for me. It's not for me now. It's like I went on a stag do last year before I started prep. I just I'll get social anxiety. It's not for me. It's not for me. But yeah.
What about the doctor? Like, because we don't really ever cover anything that you do too much. Just because you're an obscure character. But come on.
I don't need to say it though.
You can be a little bit more open with listeners now. We're all mates.
I tell you what I did the other day.
You want a dip it?
My bank card didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to use... They had to show me, but I had to use...
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay.
Yeah, first time I've ever used it. So at first, at my bank, first time I've ever had...
Just clicking.
Yeah, I mean, they were like smiling at me, Indian bloke. I said, I don't know how to... My card won't work. So he goes... I says, can I do this? And he goes, yeah. You only fucking click button, don't you? Press your code and fucking hold it up. And he's smiling at me. And I'm thinking, he's fucking had me, this cunt.
He's had me.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For about 3 hours, I'm looking at my bank all the time and thinking, I'm going to have bought a tuk-tuk or something here. Do you know what I mean? I was rape. Because I'm always like...
It's been cash, really, hasn't it?
Cash.
Cards only needed if it's needed. Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, fucking hell. Because my bank card won't work. In the machine, I went on my banking app to order another one. No, it just wouldn't, it got a groove in it.
Yeah,
I went on my banking app to order a new one, so then it wouldn't let that one work. I didn't know. But then I had to use that. But fucking hell, I'm inexperienced, so I'm not doing that again. Fuck
You're not doing it. You didn't like it.
What? No, it fucking...
Oh, mate, fucking hell. Well, I've been down TikTok rabbit hole with the brick card and fucking digital ID legislation being passed. It's all going to be digital, mate. You're going to be in a digital prison if you live in this country.
I'm going to have to just make sure I've got a bit more cash about me at the moment.
It's going to be no good to you, pal.
It were upsetting.
It were upsetting.
It fucking...
You feel like being violated, sort of thing. Just like...
I mean, notes gone out, only money what should have gone out. So,
it's safe. We've been out with this for a few years now, haven't we? Nick?
Yeah.
It's been out. We've been here a while, but
if you've got an iWatch, you can do it on your watch.
I'm not doing that. For that. But for me, I'm thinking, fucking hell. Like...
what's that film? It's going to be where you have a chip. It's going to be all... we're basically all going to be digitalised.
We're moving to... and this is always been the case, hasn't it? It's conspiracy theory, but now... There's been a bill passed, like the brick card, where everything's all banking's going to be digital. So one of the main reasons that I'm going to have to go to Dubai is because when you're investing in certain cryptocurrencies and stocks and things like that, as soon as they have access to everything and your wealth, it's all going to be on one thing. So they can stop you. They can ban your driving license, suspend your driving license, suspend your. So at the minute, I'm having issues with my bank because of trading, say, for example, money going out for trade or coming in from trading, cryptocurrency. They keep cancelling my accounts or banning some accounts. So my card, when I was in Dubai, wouldn't work. So I've had to ring up and they won't let me send money to certain things. And that's already. So when you've got this digital ID, apparently, everything's linked. So all your travel, everything is on this one thing.
But eventually, is that not going to be globalised?
Yeah.
Yes.
They do it in China now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've
it's
got
pretty
like
much-
gates.
Yeah.
It's
And everything's like facial sort of recognition, and then you have a brick coin, which is a digital currency, i.e., just a legislated crypto, and then obviously, like you're going to be fucked because there's going to be no cash.
I'm going to try it. There'll be some. There's always a way. I always think this. Yeah, there's always a way.
Oh, there will be a way.
There'll be a way.
You just need to know the right people.
Yeah, there'll be a way. There'll be some.
But you know, I think that's just where. Obviously, that's a bit again rabbit hole, but that just looks like where it's heading, and I don't know how long that's going to take. But
So 40. First time I've done it. What? Just press fucking button.
well, when are you 41? Because you seem to be 40 for the last 5 years to
40
me.
at Christmas. I was 40 at Christmas, so I'm 41 this Christmas.
Christmas Day, is that why? you
No,
put Christmas?
yeah, that's what I call God.
17th, isn't it?
17th, yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking, how's that mark card in there? How's it work? I'm thinking, you fucking.
I paid for my parking on my Apple Pay, have you?
Yeah,
I've had fuck, I bought cash. £4.
Did you put coins in?
I fucking did. But I fucked up really because it was 370 and didn't get changed, so I've given some fucker 30p.
30p.
So next time, guess what? £3.70's coming. I'm a fucking 30p out of me, the bastards.
Give him 340.
He's
Even it out.
Yeah,
Fucking
you
hell.
owe me.
Saying that, I got a parking ticket from behind Jim. 60 quid.
Mate, 100, I've got one in.
Yeah, 100 if you don't pay after 60
No.
fucking quid.
100 ran straight off when I went to Nabber Britain.
Oh,
Apparently, I said,
where's that?
I said, can I park in here? It's like an hotel. They're like, yeah, you just have to your name at reception. So I'm thinking, you just give your license plate at reception, not have to pay all, just so that they know that you're parking in hotel car park. I thought, that'll be sound. So I just fucking parked it right at end and just went into venue. Got a letter through 2 days ago, 100 quid.
Fucking hell.
That BPA, British Parking,
Yeah,
fucking.
you can't get out of
You
it.
don't have to pay them though, do you?
No, it's done now because they didn't used to. So like, if you went to like shopping places like Drake House or Meadow Hall
Yeah,
and that
Like
years
an
ago,
NPC or something through.
dude, you could it were theirs. Their car, they run it.
Is it all council?
So yeah. Now they pay them and get a percentage.
All right, okay.
So-
So you have to.
You have to, yeah, because you used to be able to just throw them on the floor.
Yeah,
and it
fucking
would no
100 quid.
That's a fucking lot of money for parking fine.
I
Jesus
always
Christ.
horrible.
Right, got any gripes or what? I've
I've got a few. I've got a fucking few gripes. One, first gripe, it's probably the same gripe as yours.
What's that on?
Fucking numpties, especially one, putting out misinformation about steroids,
Oh, well, yeah, because, well...
especially surrounding females. Now, I watched a video yesterday.
and we all came in this morning, didn't we, and spoke about this video.
Yeah.
Without even discussing it, we all mentioned it, haven't we?
I last sent it me through Maddie. She's clued in, like she's got her head screwed on. She's a competitor, she's a young lass, and she's called him out and has started getting some shit on inbox as well. But you just look at him initially and you're like, anybody who's listening to this fucking pleb, because that's what he is.
He looks like Pat Butcher without a wig on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I know
fucking-
that's a bit shit, like commenting on someone's looks, but he's a cunt.
Yeah.
You should not be putting misinformation out like he is doing, because one, he's just incorrect, it's misleading, it's dangerous.
Well, he's putting irreversible, dangerous information out towards women.
What could be irreversible.
Yeah.
So watch this video, what Maddie sent me through, and he's claiming that primobolan, which is an anabolic androgenic steroid, which there is always, don't get me wrong, it's one of the lower risk compounds.
Yeah, this isn't the prima ball out with the Strudelhausen theory.
No,
This is not the Evian water one, but this is because there is medical studies to back that you can, females can take it with minimal side effects, but with anything, there's always risk.
Yeah.
For females,
It's not nailed on.
It's not nailed on. It's a lower risk compound, but there is still risk. And he's claiming that primobolan doesn't cause male characteristic side effects, doesn't cause virilization. It's completely safe to use. You're going to build muscle. It's going to help your skin tighten,
Lose
your
fat.
body
Skin
fat,
tighten.
and it's completely safe.
I'm going to name the cunt, actually.
And he's putting it out there that a 12 to 18 week cycle is fine. That's normal. That is not fucking normal.
Well, it ain't. We discussed this other week, didn't we?
That's
Do you know what I
dangerous.
mean?
That's dangerous advice. And people like that need to be outed because he's on TikTok and he's getting nearly 500,000 views. And there's people on there saying, "Oh, can you help me?" And he thinks that this is normal. He hasn't got a fucking clue what he's talking about, for one. So just to put it out there, there's no safe anabolics for females. They're only lower risk compounds.
So there's still a risk.
So there's still a risk, and with that, it needs to be strategic, careful dosing. The devil's not always in the dose, neither is in the length of exposure, the duration. So 12 to 18 weeks is fucking mental.
That's a massive amount of time for a female to be on.
100%.
Any steroid, anything like that, it's just huge, regardless of the dose.
And I think he said to Maddie in inbox as well, which
she sent me what he was saying to her, because she's a young lass and he's gone in on her and he started calling her saying she looks like a bloke and all this lot.
Yeah, she's natural, isn't she?
And his name is Jim 1988, Chris.
Yeah, we're fucking.
And I don't care, because the misinformation that he put out there, and then not only that, to fucking go after somebody who called him out for giving misinformation.
Yeah.
In a private inbox as a grown man.
We might put him on. We'll discuss after.
We'll just. He literally. If you're thinking about this guy, he literally needs a bit of eyeshadow, some dangle earrings, and it's Pat Butcher.
Yeah,
that's what he is. And
he's telling females that it's all right to take Primobolan for 14 to 18 weeks. And he said to Maddie, 40 micrograms. It's not fucking dosed in micrograms, you bellend. It's dosed in milligrams. And he said he's known women take it for 22 to 24 weeks. Yeah. But they probably were transgender after fucking.
Of course they were. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Like, there's risk of virilization there. Voice deepening, clitoral enlargement, menstrual irregularities, like potential hair growth, potential like oily skin and acne and things like that.
Just everything that comes with anabolics for a female.
Anything that comes with anabolics for a female. If you take Primobolan for fucking 18, 20 weeks, you've got the risk of that happening. Especially at 40 milligrams per week is what he's saying.
And I think women aren't naive at all in bodybuilding, because I'd like to think now a lot of women just listen to women who are experienced.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there may be someone that comes across that is naive. And your gripe ties into my gripe, because my gripe is, at the minute, anabolic steroid advice or people selling anabolic steroid SAMs, whatever, on TikTok. Got these fucking little idiots who, like, coming on the camera, got like a syringe behind their ear, like, oh, buy this fucking steroid or whatever, either on this, either on that. And you don't look like you fucking lifted a weight in your life. You're just a fat, oily mess.
Yeah.
But in one of the comments, there was a 17-year-old lad who said, I've taken, this is my cycle. And this guy was like, fucking hell, that's huge. He's like, well, I saw that you'd taken that when you were 17. He's like, oh, no, I didn't, mate. So there's been misinformation there somewhere, and this young 17-year-old lad has taken fucking 500 mgs of test training and whatever else he was on, because he's heard that from somebody else online. And obviously you're stupid enough to listen to one source and just go and do it without doing due diligence.
Like, both sides for that is, hence why there's coaches out there, and it's look for a good coach, and who knows what they're on about.
And this is not us trying to put females off taking steroids, because you can, like, trust me, you can use performance enhancement very successfully with low risk, and you can mitigate those risks as long as you're careful. And you've got to always weigh up the risk to the reward, which, are you willing to potentially risk a little bit of this for the physique development that you want and the rewards that you're potentially going to get?
Yeah, answers there for you.
Yeah, the potential long-term damage as well that it may cause.
Yeah.
Like, not sometimes, a lot of the time, you see females who are maybe in a competitive stage of their life, and they've maybe, as they get into like competition lean, you can start to see some masculine features.
Yeah.
But generally, as soon as them girls stop competing, as long as they're in and they're out, they return to a more feminine set point. Yeah, of course. And you can't, like, a lot of people, you can't tell.
No, but what I'm
some
saying
you can, but they've taken it far.
When we're talking about them people, that sound, but you know as well as I do, let's say somebody above 30, a woman above 35, sees that. They're not in industry.
No, she thinks she needs to be taking Primobolan for 20 weeks.
it's be like cleanse that then, burn a bit of fat or a bit
Tighten
of
my skin.
a bit of ephedrine. Do you know? Because that's
He's putting it across as that.
it's coming across.
Like it's a bit of nothing. But
Oh, get us a bit of
to a man it's nothing.
Yeah.
But to a female it's fucking.
It's everything.
Yeah.
So like, get us. It's just the same with like Manjaro. I'll have a bit of that. Make me lose weight.
He's fucking doing my head in that sort of stuff.
No, but
Well, I've turned the corner on this, you know.
Have you Retrotide? Whatever it's called.
I've done about 7 hours of reading on it on plane.
I did a little bit on that Retrotide.
So Retrotide I've been interested in for a while because of
that seems to be the most beneficial, isn't it?
Third generation GLP.
P1.
Yeah, with triple. It's obviously like they call it the triple threat door there I've got 3 clients using it.
Have you?
Yeah,
Nick Walker's using it, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think because this was a question like come up like 3 or 4 times about Retrotide because obviously it's moving forward. I think a good place. So what one of the British guys I've used it on is when he diets, he can diet. The guy can fucking graft. Like he works nights. He's doing fucking an hour cardio. He's on fucking 1,800 calories. He's fucking killing it. But every single time he comes out with a diet, he eats because the diet's had to be so aggressive because he's fucked his last phase before he came to me. So this time we've had to diet him and aggressive again because he's gone out. His diet's been so aggressive and you just can't sustain that. You know, as soon as that diet finishes, fucking 30 pounds back on.
Yeah.
So utilising that for somebody who's got the skill set to diet already is fine because we just get him out of that phase and it comes off. The problem is, for me, I think, is when people don't have that skill set to diet in the first place. And then when the effects of it start to wear off, you're taking more, you get bigger side effects. All of a sudden, it's not working anymore. But you can't diet because you've not learned how to diet. Yeah. You just put the weight back on.
Yeah, so they take it out. Like you see these women, and they're on this Monjaro. A lot of women are using it.
Yeah. Everybody's
it's everywhere.
Using it.
Yeah, they're using it, and they don't know what they're doing. So they're having full dose, which is one milligram, I think. Is
right.
Which you need to be starting at like 0.25 and build it up, don't you?
Yeah, because it says what it says on back. They're going straight in and they're going, I've got shits, I've got stomachache, I'm vomiting, like because you're having too much.
Wait, it's like going straight in at like fucking 40 milligram of Yimbine or something.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're having too much. So they're having that, but it's just stopping them eating. They've not gone, hold on a minute, I'm gonna like make sure I do eat. Like as soon as they take that out, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So they've got to stay on it forever.
So the Retrotide will oxidise fat and burn fat. But what you see is there's a lot of people using it in the fitness industry. They all have this weird, almost prep gaunt look in the face, but not quite the body to match it, which it's a bit strange when I can tell somebody who's been using Retrotide because how they look in the face. But yeah, massive 180 for me. That there are use cases. I don't think it's gonna for bodybuilding. I think it's gonna be a good thing for some people. I don't think it's gonna be needed for the majority of people.
I've got to do a little bit more reading on it.
But like Nick Walker's got a huge amount of muscle. But then again, for example, somebody who has to do a huge amount of expenditure that then is detrimental to the physique. You typically don't have to do it anymore
because you don't have to eat as much.
No, it's not even as eating as much. It's the agonist that's going to help you lose more fat as well.
Yeah, so the physiological effects.
Yeah, so you're still eating the same amount, but without taking potential, say like clenbuterol. And things like that. So there is.
Or you don't have to take as much as that. So there's not as much sort of central nervous system stress from
or toxicity, and then you sleep. This is the big thing. So people are sleeping. So when you're on prep, like let's say we're in a diet, I finish my last meal at 7:30. I want to go to bed at 8 because I'm so fucking hungry.
Yeah, but then you're up at fucking 3.
And then you're waking up at 3, like, is it time for me to go do my cardio so I can have my breakfast? And that's normal for everybody.
Yeah.
Whereas Retrotide's eliminated the food noise. So Eric Janicki,
I've not watched it yet, but he's done a podcast with Phil, hasn't he? Did he speak about
I haven't watched it, but I heard him reference it. Basically, he could sleep.
Because he's with Cal, so I might have a word with Cal.
The biggest difference is now we can sleep. So you're not waking up fucking bolt up at 1 o'clock like I'm fucking starving. I can't sleep. Like you wake up, you feel like you've slept 10 hours and now it's just been 20 minutes. It's none of that now. So now people are recovering better. You lose fat in your sleep. That's when you're sleeping, you're getting leaner.
Yeah.
There's a lot of studies now. Anything under 6 hours of sleep to over 8 hours of sleep, you can burn up to 40% more fat.
Yeah.
When you sleep. So it's got all these good use cases. But funnily, only for bodybuilders who can already do it.
Yeah.
I think. So I don't know. There is another generation one that they're working on now, which will be technically better. And then there's the Greta Snap and Trevor Noah, I think. Did you see?
No, I've not.
So I sent you a post about that. So basically, Mike Israel spoke about it. So
I've
with the monk, they did a study on the monkeys and
so it's going to be. It's not a steroid, but it's going to basically fucking take over from what steroids are going to. Is it allowing the myostatin?
it's cutting off the signal. Yeah. So our bodies limit the amount of muscle we build through myostatin.
Yeah.
And it's like an ACE inhibitor, but we've already got that. We've already got myostatin inhibitors from before, and they didn't. Would you like a peptide?
Yeah.
It's like ACE 110.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Do you know what I mean? It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It doesn't work. So, well, anyway, they've done studies on monkeys where they give the monkeys a natural diet over so many weeks, and natural diet they lost something like, I can't remember the numbers, but let's say they lost 400 grams of fat, but with that they lost 30 grams of muscle. And then they did it with Ozempic on its own, and they lost something like 900 grams of fat, but they lost 50 grams of muscle. And then they did it with with the Greta Snap and Ozempic. They lost 1,200 grams of fat, but lost like 10 grams of muscle.
Right.
And then they did it with Ozempic, Greta Snap, and I'm sure it's called like Trevor Noah, and they lost 1,200 grams, but they gained 30 grams of muscle in a deficit.
So they actually gained muscle and lost more body fat.
And more body fat. And bearing in mind, monkeys don't train.
And what were the side effects?
Well, nothing for now, because it's not. You're just cutting off a signal, just like let's say Clen switches the fight or flight signal on.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just doing the same. There's nothing within them compounds that can. And the only thing is that they're saying is obviously heart's a muscle. So how does this sort of work with heart?
Yeah.
So again, it's all tying into. Are we moving into a different era of potential fat loss drugs, muscle building drugs?
Easier, innit?
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. It's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cheating.
It's just everything.
You see these.
But then again,
these AI bodybuilders.
anabolics are cheating.
No.
Yeah.
But in
It's
a
just not
sense,
as
but what I
effective.
mean is, like, you'll get a fat greedy bastard, Manjaro, you're going to lose weight.
Yeah. So
But what I mean is, you'll get without doing out.
you give someone these.
Because they're not greedy to get past anymore.
So it's cheating because
Yeah.
you'll give somebody steroids and don't do out, they'll just end up with spots. So
Yeah. I get what you mean. So for me, I'm upset by these drugs. And I'm upset by these drugs because if they do happen to be real or they do happen to work, I've killed myself on that last 10 years. when I could literally end where there's, if people come along, take Reassuring or the next generation of
Greta
what's
Snap
coming along.
and Trevor Noah or whatever.
Fucking Greta and fucking
Put 10
Trevor.
pounds of muscle on and be
Look
shredded.
fucking shredded and look mean. And I'm there fucking with a fucking enlarged heart, failing kidneys, and fucking about 10 years of life left to live, and look worse. so to me, I'm fucking bitter about that at that sense. But at the same time, if you look at it in a medical standpoint, for
You don't-
older patients and things like that, but rebuilding skeletal muscle and stuff, it'll be amazing.
And that's it, innit? Because they're not gaining
No.
You're not gaining where you from training, making your bones stronger, stuff like that. Not gaining nothing to
No,
do.
well, people
Yeah, there's
will be
no-
training doing this, but I suppose you're not gaining what you get with the discipline of bodybuilding,
Do you know what I
essentially.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's fucking minefield now, isn't it? It's a minefield.
But yeah, anyway, that's
This is great.
I sort of went
That's
off
a
on a
gripe.
tangent there.
No, but
a
it
gripe
is.
is stop making bodybuilding easy because I want it to be hard. So fucking people who look good have done it because it's hard, not because it's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Another weekly gripe, and I got sent this. I'm not going to out anyone because that's not what I'm about. But
I might
top level coaches,
full speed.
yeah, literally full speed.
Is it full speed or weekly call?
It's full speed.
Is it full speed again? Okay.
So not UK based. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know if he sent me a picture. I don't know if he sent me a picture or whether I just looked at it. I'm just going to have a quick look.
Well, funnily enough, actually, it was on...
No, I didn't get the picture.
Muscle and strength of a top classic physique athlete getting a response from his coach saying, good. For his check-in. And he was like, oh, it says good. It's not the best because normally it says it's not great, but good. They'll take good. Yeah. That's his response.
But
good.
This is a top-level, Olympia-level coach. And I'm guessing this goes... This is not just I'm guessing this is rife across the industry. But a client starting prep, female client starting prep, having a pre-planned cycle from week 1 to week 16, inclusive of peak week drugs, every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to show day, already pre-planned out.
I don't think you can do that with anybody.
You can't do that with anybody.
Anything.
And that's primo in to start from week 1 to week 16. When to add anavar in. Growth hormone amounts. When tamoxifen's going in, when aromacin's going in, when cleanse in and when cleanse going up, when T3's going in, when T3's going up.
All these variables, you don't know they're going to go in.
You don't know how the prep's going to go. Pre-planned from week 1 to fucking show day. Which I think is a fucking joke.
Run a mile. I always say to my clients, if you ever go to a coach who's pre-planned your cycle, run a fucking mile.
Because
all they talk peak week is all peak week's nailed on.
You might have a 4-week block and say, right, this is what we're going to start with. Of course. I'm going to see how your body responds, and then we're going to adjust.
Yeah, I generally do 4 to 6 week blocks, and they'll be like, oh, where's the rest of it? So no, this is what we're going to see. Like if this starts happening or that starts happening, or we might increase this or it might lower this. It might change. We don't know, do we?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've always got like an
idea
I've got an idea in my head how I'm going to do things, and I might like pop it in, but then
you can't put something because you want to get most out at minimal.
Of course you do.
Least. You want most out at least. You can't do that because
that's frustrating to me.
Pre-planned cycles. Do you know what? I think the only thing really you could, and this isn't pre-planning, but the things that are generic for the majority of people or a lot of people is training can be more generic across the board.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many fucking movements you can do. There's only so many splits you can do.
Of course there is.
And you can give 10 people the same split and the outcome will be different for them all because people train with different intensities, different biomechanics and things like that. So anything else is always going to be a red flag in terms of like the coach that sent me and 3 other IFBB pros the same.
Training split.
Everything, same diet, same everything was exactly the same. Cycle, diet, training plan.
Like you said, training for me sometimes you think, well,
a lot of coaches don't do training in say the US or foreign coaches. The nutritionists cycle and food.
The cycle. I just think it's fucking scam. I just think it's just it's not a scam.
Don't get me wrong.
Just making easy work.
There's going to be it is cookie cutter. There's going to be certain compounds that you use for everyone. There's no secret about that. But when you put them in, and how much of, and that is on week 8, it's just fucking so generic.
So
like,
you can't do that
if you give the doctor the same cycle as me, or me the same cycle as the doctor, the results will be massively different.
Yeah.
And you see, it takes 5 times more than I do.
But how you metabolize drugs, like how do you know that the female's going to need aromacin going in from 12 weeks
or
tamoxifen going in?
And it's saying with like me, I only need 500 tests.
Yeah.
Above that, it makes me feel rough. So if you're doing me 20 week in it, week 12, says 750. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to test, I lose muscle.
You have to go. You know what I mean?
So yeah, that fucks me off.
Right, Doc, come on, Doc, let's have one.
Do you know
a
what?
good one though, like start shouting and that.
You're trying to fucking line me up, you bastards, and everybody's fucking on it, man. They're not really. I don't really.
What do you mean you don't know what?
I tell you what, yeah.
Fucking hell, Jimmy, we've got some questions, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a lot. Thank you very much again as well, by the way. And I think we can quick fire a couple of them.
We've got
no.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Because
5.
my next weekly gripe, and I think I might have had the same weekly gripe last week, was Doctors not.
Do you know what?
You're not pulling your weight with grapes.
Tell you
People
what.
just tune in for grapes.
I tell you
That's
what
it.
does me, yeah, and it's not a mad gripe, but it's got me a little bit because I got my brother shredded,
Yeah.
right, and he did get lean, didn't he?
They were fucking peeled out his brain.
Right.
More peeled than 95% people who get on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Like,
Yeah.
with nothing,
What, just
hard work.
Yeah.
No, pitbull peeled. That's it.
You wouldn't let it.
He's my younger brother. I talked to him when he was 12. He's 38. When I say younger, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not expecting this little kid, but he's fucking.
he's he don't need it. He had a blood test. His tests were all right, in range. So
It might not be now. We're all leading off.
fucking,
No, all right, yeah. He might need to fucking.
he says, "Can I run?" I says, "Yeah." So it's like, and I pushed him. Like, I didn't think he'd do it. I'm not talking about him. I didn't want to coach him.
Yeah.
And I really didn't.
Why not? Just
Because I didn't want
because.
to fall out with him.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I didn't want to fall out with him. I didn't want to like.
You didn't want to be disappointed if he didn't do it.
Yeah. And
Or-
I said to him, "You're paying like everybody else because you'll not stick to it otherwise." And he goes, "Oh, I want to pay." So I proper pushed him, like, and he's got his own business. Do you know what I mean? So and he's a floor layer, which is hard work.
It's
So I'm
crap,
saying,
yeah.
got to get up, do your cardio. Can I run? He says, "Yeah, no worries. 500 calories or whatever." Up to, do you know, not at the beginning, but
Yeah.
and I mean, I fucking nailed him. And he's like, I feel dizzy. I says, it's because he don't know. We were talking about this at your house. He don't know. So you're supposed to feel dizzy. It's all right. Do you know what I mean?
You're supposed to feel it.
He's like, fucking tired at work. He says, get somebody else to lift fucking stuff. It's your business. Do you know what I mean? Can I see out of one eye? He says, we've got another. Do you know?
Going eye power every day.
But, and he was fucking shredded. But this is my gripe. People trying to blow somebody else's candle out to make theirs burn brighter.
I knew that was coming, yeah.
So, obviously, he's getting leaner and
Lost
getting...
a lot of weight. He looks different in clothes.
Yeah. In his
Long
face.
face.
And I'm having, like, obviously...
And you get the comments in your face.
Yeah. But I'm all right with it because I know it ends, like, or when weather's on and you take your shirt off.
You know
it's
the
like,
process, don't you?
Yeah. But he doesn't. So, and this is happening with a lot of my clients, especially at the moment. I've got a fucking ton of them. Like, I've got, it's flying.
Yeah.
So, and I know. So I can pre-warn them. But it's bastards, usually fat fucking wankers.
Office wankers.
Yeah,
There we fucking go, he's on.
It's usually fattens, right? And I ain't got a problem with people being fat. You can do what the fuck you
do
want.
though, but yeah, go on.
But don't comment.
But don't comment on
Yeah.
somebody else because if shoes on other foot, you get fucking arse on and everybody thinks you're a cunt. But it's all right for them. So, you're Daniel's fucking looking rough. Seeing I down on me check it, people are saying I look rough, people saying I look ill. I mean, you're going to look worse before you look better. Trust process. I will. I'm trusting it. Your Daniel looks rough. Going on. 20 week it were. Week 18 says done. Start putting your food up. Come to life like that. And I mean, come to life. He's fucking shredded like Bruce Lee. Yeah. I've never seen anybody.
Yeah.
He's more
I saw that, actually,
He's
yeah.
more
Yeah.
shredded than
I've
Bruce
never,
Lee.
and his photos don't do him justice.
But it is like a Bruce Lee style sort
Yeah,
of.
you can see.
Not a shred in it, but
You can
obviously
see,
times
you can
10.
see where his tendons attached. Like he was, like he's.
Translucent.
I've never seen anybody like it. In photos, I'm like, fucking hell, I thought I could see your heart beating out your chest.
Let me see if...
Well, we can put it up on thing. But,
it honestly is fucking peeled. James might be able to put it up, but
Yeah,
let me
James
just have a quick look. Did you see it?
Have you got?
Yeah.
Do you want me- Did you?
Let me just go on your page.
Oh no,
well,
yeah.
like,
I've
we're
got
looking
one.
at we're on the podcast, no one can see it.
Oh, I'll find them because I've got three.
Yeah.
I showed. I'll show you in a minute, and then we'll get James to
Because
put
it's
it
supposed
up.
to go on Spotify this as well,
So-
believe it or not. Which we get a lot of comments.
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
He looks in his... I don't know how people are saying he looks rough. So in his start photos, he says 38.
Yeah,
It looks 50.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
In his end photos, it looks 25.
It says
He literally... Yeah, don't get me wrong. His face is a bit more gone. But it looks as though he's lost 25 years.
so.
A little bit of food back in there. He looked
He's
great.
had his beard
It
done.
sounds-
Putting his food in.
He's got full head of hair.
He's been had a hair transplant at the beginning.
Oh, right.
well, he's had a Nate Styles, hasn't
Do
he?
you know what I mean? So, he's rough.
So
he's this.
people have been commenting on his appearance.
And then I've put his food in.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
Everyone's fucking, have you done it?
have you done it? What's your Dan been taking? Says, haven't been taken out. Fuck off. It's got to have had something to look like that. It's got to have got gear. Well, like 2 weeks ago, he said he looked like he'd been at fucking concentration camp.
Yeah.
Nah, because he looks all right and looks better than you and you don't know process, he's on gear just because he's outworked you because you're fucking fat and wank. Yeah? But this is...
It's
no,
true,
but
it's
it
true.
fucking is.
He's outworked the fucking lot of you.
He's outworked you. He's done 20 weeks. You lot can't do it because you're standing pub fucking drinking Stella and talking bollocks.
Well, it's not even people like that. Like, how many people do you get come to you? Or how many people do you see in the gym or clients you've had that'll come back that don't fucking change? And say, just commit yourself, right? It's 16 weeks of your life. That's all it needs to be. And you can change your fucking life and your physique in that amount of time. But people can't fucking do it because they don't want to do it. And it's hard and people don't like hard. But the people that do it, they don't like them because they've done what they can't do. And it highlights their flaws.
But obviously, I've got a lot of people, like a lot, same journey as him, lads and lasses.
Yeah.
So I'm having to like, it's a constant battle at the moment.
Well, you have the same conversation every day, don't you?
Yeah, because, but what I mean is, he's my brother. He knows. He's like, do you know what I mean? He's seen, he wants to be me, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Older brother, isn't he?
So he knows that I've done it. So he were like,
because he can see you've done it, so it's possible,
He's trusted. He's like, I'm sticking with it. Whereas you've got your clients online and you're checking in, and it's like, everybody's saying I look this, everybody's saying I look that. You know, I've had one, and she went like from 75 to 70 first time to 69, and then for a photo shoot, she wanted to go for a photo shoot. It's going to have to go further, a lot further. So I took her down from just under 62. So over 2 years,
She's come down like 13, 14
kilo. And then fed her back up. What people are saying, I look like a small boy. People are saying this, people are saying that. I'm like, fatten, yeah. Another fat person. I says, yeah. I says, get up. Your ass is like a fucking cow. You walk around like a cow ass, right? Give it them back. Like, just give it them back. Obviously, trusted process. Nah, fucking hell. All jealous. Do you know?
She's
know
had
what
a
I mean?
photo shoot. She looks min.
And it's just, I don't know. I just think if you ain't got all good to say,
Fucking keep your mouth shut.
yeah, because boot on other foot. If we were doing it other way around, it sometimes comes across as though like I've got a problem with fat people, and I ain't got a problem with fat people.
You got a problem with fat people commenting on other things.
On other people. Because if it was other way round, if my brother had said, look at you, you fat waste, who stood in pub, he'd be a knobhead.
Yeah.
Or if she'd have said, you fat cunt, what you doing eating a Greg's all the time? Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Loyalty card, right? Emergency Greg's, do you know what I mean?
Red handle when you walk in.
But sausage roll.
Everybody would look wrong at it. But that's me gripe.
The one thing I've always stood by, and why like things on social media have never bothered me, Joe, if someone tries to slag you off, like, you'll never get a hater that's doing better than you, ever. You'd never, ever. If you're doing better than you,
obviously, you've got competitors. Mine are all lifestyle.
I have more lifestyle than competitors.
It makes my job harder because I'm having to constantly reassure people, like they're getting to a certain point, and I'm like, you need to just keep going past it. But you've got people stood around them, basically, because they fucking gutted that they can't do it. So they decide to, I need to
make myself feel better
by telling them they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
making
all it is, yeah. But again, if you are listening to this and you're somebody who is dieting, and we've all experienced it, I experience it all the time, especially when I'm from peak off season, I still look reasonably lean to near prep. I look like, and people have always said to me, "Oh, you looked loads better before," but you don't understand. And then 3 weeks later, when I've got some food in me, fucking, I'll make you look amazing. I've never seen a physique like that. But 2 weeks ago, I looked better when I was fucking 40 pound heavy. It's not that. And then my clients are saying, "Oh, I'm feeling." One of the biggest sort of set of people who struggle are the people who have this demeanor about them, whether the bigger guy, like the bigger guy in the gym, when they start losing that identity, they struggle because all of a sudden they're not the big, thick set bloke. They're not big anymore. But you have to go through that, and you have to get skinny and feel like your clothes don't fit, you don't look good.
It gets worse before it gets better.
To get to that point.
Yeah.
And people are always going to comment, but you just need to trust that what you're doing is the right thing.
I've had a little bit of an identity crisis this year so far, because from being looking like I'm 350 pounds to not looking like I'm not. I'm still big Nath, but I'm not.
You're not bursting.
I'm not. Yeah. And like, when you see people at shows, like, oh, you're looking well. You look as though you've dropped some.
Calling you Nath now, aren't
Yeah, just calling me Nath. Right, Nath.
We're going to call this the Dogcast.
It is a little bit like, because that's what you've associated how you look and feel for the last God knows how many years.
Yeah.
It's not quite like that.
It's not. Yeah, it's not great, is it?
So it's hard, but I've come to terms with that now.
And you're long enough in tooth to know that at some point you are going to be big nasty Nath again, and this is just a period of time where nothing's permanent here. It's for a
reason,
purpose,
for purpose. Isn't it?
If you've still got fat on you, you need to get it off, and that's
the be all and end all.
That's all it is. And like, obviously, people watching this, there's a lot of people watching it now. Like, if you are like starting or you are dieting or stuff like that, just trust your coach and don't listen to them people, because they don't mean it. They do mean it, but what I mean is they don't mean what they're saying. They're saying it because they can't do what you're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, just stick with it and end it. You'll be great. It's just 20 weeks. And that's all it is.
That's all it is. And it would a 20-week push like that, a diet, will change your whole life. That's all it takes. It probably doesn't even take 20 weeks. But
I'll send James the pictures and put my brother up. 20 weeks, start to finish, don't look like the same person.
Right, shall we quick fire some questions?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, quick fire them. Do you guys keep SLU in the off season? Do you find it beneficial to use it?
Nah, L-carnitine.
I liked it this time in my off season, but only because of the mitochondrial benefits and the amount of toxicity and stress my body gets. That's it.
I've got a few clients keeping it in off season. It's one of them, like, if people have got a disposable income where they can afford it and it's not going to eat into, like,
because it's expensive, isn't it?
It's fucking expensive. So, do you need it? No. Is it going to have a slight benefit? Potentially a slight benefit.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, right.
So,
have you been to King's Gym in Bury? No.
No.
Is there a gym that you wouldn't go back to?
What if I had the choice?
Yeah, if you would at the gym where you're like, I'm not coming here again. Me about
most commercial gyms.
Yeah, pure gyms.
Yeah, them sort of gyms. But
so, what do you think about weight loss injections? We've done that one.
Yeah, we've done that.
Worst experience on PEDs?
This fucking last one with EQ, anxiety, crashing me estrogen. And just feeling like I wanted to fucking...
Same.
Just Trenk off.
First ever Trenk off.
Just Trenk off. First time you get it.
Fucking drops you.
No matter what anybody says...
You panic, don't you?
I thought I was gonna die. I didn't know what it was.
You'll have a little cough, taste a little bit like 2 peas. Didn't tell me how I'm out the floor fucking dying.
Because it starts like that.
Your tongue starts going numb, your fucking gums tingle.
Then it goes...
You can't stop. I laid on bed for about 3 hours after me feeling sorry for myself. Got 999 on thing. I'm thinking, do I?
My first ever Trenk off, I didn't know what it was. I've heard of it on Grapevine, but I'd fucking had it, and I remember I was taking gear behind my girlfriend's back at the time. It's when I first started. She didn't want me to do it.
Lucky you sent it bathroom.
So yeah, I was in the bathroom. I was Trenk off, and I remember having kneeling man bent over at the toilet, thinking, "This is it. I'm just gonna wake up more like Elvis Presley, fucking dead over at Kazi with a kneeling man." I thought I was gone.
Yeah, but it's bad.
But yeah. Also, much support from Ontario in Canada. Keep it up, fellas.
Class.
Thank you.
Ferreira Jonah, thank you for watching from Canada.
Why is Watson equipment that bad?
Oh, there's some couple of pieces that are alright, but most on it, they're fucking heavy.
I think they just need to redo their whole thing. But again, that'll be costly.
I mean, I like the T-bar row. I actually like
that's
the T-bar
about it,
row.
isn't it, really?
There's an incline chest press we used at Warehouse, which is nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Seat adjust, backhand.
Yeah, there's a couple of rows what are alright. But majority of stuff, like the hack squat and stuff, it's fucking
it's just as though, like, it's not where it should be.
Yeah.
Everything's not where it should be. Like,
it's heavy, it's wide, it's big.
It's just wide.
So someone's put, do you think a high fat, low carb diet is okay when trying to build muscle? No.
No.
Fat is the last thing that you want to add.
Yeah.
Especially if you're assisted, people are like, oh, we need about 20 grams of essential fats a day, essentially, because we're injecting ourselves with hormones.
Yeah.
The sex hormones that we need from fats.
Yeah,
we're injecting ourselves with. So
what is it? Do you think a higher fat, lower carb diet is okay when trying to build muscle?
carbohydrates are a primary source of building muscle. I know
Well, protein's your building block, but you only need it enough.
Yeah, without carbohydrates, you're not building. You're not building.
No,
good amounts
training
of
hard.
muscle.
No,
You've got no fuel for your
the studies, and I know I reference them all the time. They're there, so I would just eat the carbohydrates. They're not
like your body wants to your body wants carbohydrates as fuel. Your brain needs carbohydrates.
It's our
as
primary
well
fuel source
to function.
Stop watching Edda.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Protein, carbs, moderate fats.
Hydration products have boomed in recent years. Apparently, what's next? Flavor powders.
By the way, this is probably one of the. I think this is the best tasting one that I've ever had. Pineapple and strawberry from Trained by JP, code NAVE10 hydration
Hey,
product.
I tell you what,
it's getting hot. It's a banger.
very good. Pink lemonade one's nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a banger.
I have daily from ESN called Tonk, right? That daily one, do you have that?
Yeah, every day.
It's not the best though.
Oh, they do
Flavors aren't nice.
They do a coconut and pineapple one. Yeah. I swear down.
It's not as good as.
Listen, ESN do the
It's not as
best
good as
tasting products.
LFG from Gas Mark 10. Gas Mark 10's.
But that daily's not a hydration drink, is it?
It's got creatine.
No, it is just a daily setup powder.
Yeah.
But it's not. But I would put lemon and apple cider vinegar in there.
So it tastes even worse.
No, it tastes nicer with it. Yeah.
It's a very good drink.
How has your digestion changed over the years? So I've gone from being able to eat this microphone and digest it fine to not even be able to eat a grain of rice and being fucked.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. I had this conversation with
What
my mate
bodybuilding
last
does to your
night.
digestion when you're eating 6 meals a
She says,
day.
you like bagels? I says, yeah. I says, I can't eat them. He says, what do you mean? I says, write me off. He says, I just have to eat the same food.
Luckily, I've got, touch wood, my gut's like pretty fucking good. I can eat most.
A bit of a dustbin, you though, aren't you? You can get it in.
The only things that I don't that don't sit well with me is too much dairy. If I've
I'm saying,
You have a pizza, it writes you off, doesn't it?
if too much cheese, too much yogurt, milk, that it does me. Dairy is the one thing that. And as growing up, I used to love a bowl of cereals with milk on.
very nice.
But now, because you're so restrictive as a bodybuilder, and you go from I never have milk to then having some form of lactose, like
Oh, fucking hell, I'll break
Episode
loose.
20,
Yeah,
episode 20, we're going to do an outside one, eating challenge. We're going to get that fish that.
strumming.
Oh,
We'll see how strong
no.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know about that.
Well, this might turn into a bit of a gripe, actually, and I don't mean it to, but someone's put, do you think you'll ever eat like a normal person again?
I do eat like an normal person.
And that's what
What's a
winds me
normal
up.
person?
I'll tell you what a fucking normal person eats, and it's fucking processed food. That's what they eat. Like,
what does
we
that
eat
mean?
like a normal person, single ingredient whole foods.
Cal,
that's fucking grown in the ground.
Cal Curry, he gets involved quite a bit. He's
good.
He's good.
He's a good lad.
He's a good
but
lad.
It highlights the fact that.
But what does
What's
that
an
mean? But what does that mean, Cal? Do you think you will ever truly eat like a normal person again? What
Probably means...
It means getting up, have a bit of breakfast, then have
probably
some
means
dinner.
normal,
tea.
what society thinks is normal.
Yeah,
what
which is
he's
having
putting.
cereals for breakfast, grabbing a meal deal.
And
I will never, ever in a million years, ever do that, ever. And neither will my kids.
It don't mean you can't have odd meal.
No, but you think steroids are bad. Eating like a
Fucking
normal
hell,
person
I
will
know.
kill you quicker than anything else.
Yeah, I will never eat like that.
Well, listen, you know as well as I do. You have few off-plan meals, or like when we had that Turkish and them desserts and that. Fucking slows you down.
You feel like you've got an hangover next day.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
not.
hell.
It's
No
not
wonder
good.
Fucking
It's not
regular
good.
people need fucking 17 coffees in the morning to wake up and
Yeah. Well, it's the
depressed all
same
day.
when you've gone in a little bit heavier. Well, when I woke up the next morning from having that Turkish them desserts in Dubai, I might as well have had fucking 10 pints.
Yeah,
I
that's-
felt horrible. I
got
could wait to
nose.
and do
Got blood
cardio and
nose,
get out
mate.
and start feeling hungry again and
Yeah,
and clean inside.
No, but that's, do you know, like, as soon as we're on it, I think that's what makes people stay in bed. Because when you eat healthy and that, you're up and at it.
Yeah. Well, you feel good, don't you?
You're ready for the day, aren't you?
Nobody should be constantly tired. Nobody should be constantly chronically fatigued. You should all feel, if you're constantly tired, chronically fatigued, and you don't feel good every day, there's something wrong somewhere, and it's very, very likely starting with nutrition.
Yeah.
100%.
Tracking rest times versus going when you feel you're good enough to go.
Compound exercises, going when you feel ready to go. Isolation exercises, you can potentially track. When I say track, but you can have shorter rest times, so 45 to 60 seconds, a little bit more blood volume.
On and off.
Yeah, on and off. Like if you're training with your partner, you go, I go. But generally, like if you try, like your compound work and the main work of your session, I think just go when you're ready.
Just go on, Phil. Just don't go in too quick. If you don't feel like you can complete that set as efficiently, as adequately, and as strongly as possible, just don't go yet.
Yeah.
And sometimes that might be it takes me 5 minutes between SLDL sets, like easily, and I'm sat there until I'm ready to go.
Because you've got 10 plates aside, though, innit, Jimmy?
Not with this back, fucking hell. Well, a minute, fucking. First time of prep advice. We sort of the things to take note of. We touched on this before.
Yeah, but at least it's still all right. It's still might be
just making sure that you're just sticking to the plan and what it says on the plan. The best thing to do as a first timer on prep is make sure that you're confident in your coach, make sure the results that they've got before are good, and whatever your coach says to do,
don't
it.
listen to
if
anybody
they
else.
say 100 grams of fucking chicken, it's 100 grams of chicken, it's not 102. If they don't say chewing gum in the you don't have a fucking pack of chewing gum a day. You ask them if you are having a monster, am I allowed a monster? Anything you're eating that is not read on that plan, ask. And if they say it's fine, it's fine. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
And just be as diligent as possible and enjoy it.
How would you structure a steady push-up after sucking down for 12 to 16 weeks diet phase? Well, if you're lean, if you've actually got lean, then you've given yourself a fucking very, very good runway to put some muscle on, so don't rush it.
Yeah.
And just gradually increase your calories.
Yeah, so use the foods that you know that you're probably already eating, or if there's something that I don't know, let's say you've been missing nut butters and dark chocolate and you haven't had it, then potentially putting them back in and then just slowly increasing your calories.
I think you want to be, I mean, everybody's slightly different, and you probably will put on a little bit of a higher percentage initially once you start gradually taking your but you probably want to be aiming between 0.5 and 1% of body weight per week. 0.5% per week. So,
and you will be hungry.
You're going to be hungry. Yeah, you're going to be hungry. You're going to be hungry for 8, 10. Well, this is what fucks me off. Is like I'm stopped. Like I say, check in. Is there anything else that I can help you with? Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, you've still got 22 weeks of pushing up. I don't want you to be fucking full.
Yeah, because hungry is good.
If you're full now, you're fucked, aren't you? Because you've got another fucking 5 months of trying to ram food in.
Well, I had a gripe, but I thought I can't do it.
So
like that.
If your appetite's 4 and 5 on your tracker, that's where we want to keep it. Yeah. If body weight's still trending up each week, then we don't need to fucking change anything, do we?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Let's keep doing what we're doing.
So this got asked 3 times actually, twice in inbox and once here, and people forget that we've got 2 Mr. Olympias, Brian Terry and fucking Samson Dowder.
Yeah.
And best current UK bodybuilder.
Yeah, best current UK bodybuilder. Samson. Followed by fucking.
Does he mean amateur or pro though? Like somebody who's not pro.
Well, we had another one that said about who would win between Sass, so and so. Sass, James, Nathan, and someone else. It might be on here somewhere.
Nathan.
Diasha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Samson's the best. You've got to look at results as well. Like Samson's Mr. Olympia, so he's number 1, and the progress that he's made over the last 3 or 4 years has been immense. But then who's his most, or outside Dorian and Sass, who's his most successful UK bodybuilder? Nathan.
He's won about 13 pro shows.
He's won 13 pro shows. That's it. So as long as Nathan's still competing.
How do you think he'll do Dubai?
Sass and James are fucking immense bodybuilders.
Oh,
and better than we'll ever be.
And Sass's last 2 shows.
I think Sass's last show, he looked incredible. He looks phenomenal.
It's unbelievable.
Sass has been incredible. James has won pro shows.
Yeah,
incredible.
I'm a massive fan of James's physique. I always have been. So I'm biased towards that.
Yeah, I just like how much fucking gnarly muscle he's got.
And I like James.
Yeah,
so it's like it makes it even better.
But if you're realistically looking at it, Nathan's our best UK bodybuilder outside Samson.
Yeah.
Thoughts on all the talks about science-based lifters?
Oh, we've covered this too many fucking
Yeah,
times.
the thing is, if you've got no muscle, shut the fuck up. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Fact.
Who do you think handles prep better, men or women? That's a great one.
Women.
Ooh.
Mentally, I think women are fucking far more resilient than men.
Women have got more resilience than men. They can eat like they
They need a little bit of reassurance every now and again.
yeah, but
yeah.
they're fucking so resilient.
They're fucking savage. The
Here's
thing
your
is,
cardio. See you later.
if you have a highlight of the check-ins from the lads and a highlight of the check-ins from the lasses, in terms of like what's been said in the check-ins, like they just need some reassurance sometimes.
Yeah, they just need a little bit of an emotional support
Yeah.
sometimes.
Whereas the lads are like, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, mate.
I had one.
But they don't moan. They don't moan. They just crack on.
Yeah, men do.
You just need a little bit, especially around time of the month and stuff. You need a little bit of emotional support.
If you
Or a scale
track
goes
it-
up out of nowhere.
Yeah, or if scale goes up and the fucking head falls off. But
Well,
generally, women are fucking savage.
Loads for fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm tired today, mate. Yeah, you're going to be.
Check in. I want to check in the 10, 13 key down, going on holiday in 9 weeks. Every week, so I highlighted them, every check-in. Still on 2,500 calories, doing 7,000 steps because it's an office job. 50-minute cardio because you can't do your steps, so your cardio's going to be high because you don't want low food. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm dizzy. Is there what else I can have? It says, fucking hell, no. He's fucking, do you know what I mean? Is there any enhancements or I can do? I says, no. I says, if you're dizzy from normal everyday life, you don't want to be putting out in your body, do you? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think, fuck off.
People wear designer clothes to the gym, Palm Angels, Prada, Gucci, etc.
It just don't bother me.
You're wearing essentials tracksuit every now and again.
Yeah, Stone Island and stuff like that. I don't. It don't.
You just wear what you're comfortable in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think
That could be Vanquish or Gym King or Gym Shark.
I want to wear. And sometimes, listen, you know, like if it's a rich kid and he's wearing his old clothes to go to the gym, chances are they're going to be them names, aren't they? Because they're clothes he buys.
Well, the thing is, you buy a fucking decent Gasp t-shirt, it's fucking 50, 60 quid anyway.
Yeah.
So it's...
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not like everything's expensive, but yeah, I mean, sometimes I get where people are coming from with that, but I just think wear what you want, wear what you're comfortable in. Should you have to re-earn your pro card if you want to compete in a different category?
Yeah.
No.
What, as in if you win if you win your pro card in classic and then you go to open
or men's physique and you want to go classic?
Yeah.
I think if you're a pro, you're a pro.
No, I've never liked it.
No, you think you should win your pro card in that division?
Category and stay in that category. I really do. I think it's bollocks. It fucking riles me. It riles me.
No, I just
like
I think the athletes are going to shoot themselves in the foot if they're not good enough.
Let's just have an example here. Let's say Kyle wins his pro card next year in men's physique. And then he grows for 2 years
and he can't get faint weight cap.
And he can't his weight cap. He has to go to classic physique. Has he got to go back as an amateur when his pro card as a classic physique?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about this because I seen it in Thing the other day because that Jack Eagles, because he's a fucking great physique,
fantastic physique,
and he's a big fucker, innit? Like he's gonna outgrow his.
Well, he's about 15, and he's what I think he's got about 10 pounds to his cappers, Jack. And
I think he's just been up to about 218, 219, and I think he had to hit 212. So I think he's got about £7 or £8 more than what he could have. But his best luck was about 215, I think, last year. And they
he's still young and he's still got that puppy muscle.
Yeah, it's still. The thing is, people don't understand that you don't actually have to put on any more body weight because the muscle will just get more mature and more dense.
Yeah, well, me at 230 now compared to when I was at 230 before.
You just look different.
Fucking hell, about 3 times bigger.
But, so.
But I think
he's going to smoke a lot of people in there.
Yeah, it will do. He's got a couple areas that he's got to bring up. He
does need time, but he's very good. He's got
time.
it.
Yeah, fucking hell, he's got time. But what you're saying is, will they have to move into a different division?
Yeah.
I honestly think that the classic weight caps will probably go up again, mate.
Yeah, I don't think many people can grow out a classic. Look at Joe Samer. Look at the size of the cunt. Like them guys are fucking huge, and the people don't realize how big the classic guys are.
Yeah,
they're bigger than most amateur open bodybuilders.
Yeah, they are.
Like
Craig Morton, £292 at weekend.
Yeah, there you go. Like a classic.
Don't get me wrong, he's a little bit soft, but
classic is bodybuilding. Classic bodybuilding is bodybuilding in a weight cap. That's all it is. So I think. But then again, if you look at people like Logan Franklin, he was men's physique.
He's got £20 to cap still, hasn't he? Something like that.
He's got a lot of weight, but he's gone from men's physique to classic physique. Would he have had to earn his pro card in classic physique? Are we just looking at the bigger names that are transitioning rather than the smaller names? If you are a men's physique competitor and you got a classic and you're not good enough to be in men's pro classic, you're not going to win anyway.
You're going to get smoked.
Don't make a difference.
Well, I just think you should.
Yeah, I do see the side of where you're coming from as well. If you could only train one muscle group for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine would be chest, which is a bit wank, but
would it?
Well, I'd like to say legs, but the rest of me would disappear. So it would be legs.
Push
or back. Be chest. Yeah, but push is more than one.
Oh, just one muscle group.
Chest then.
I think I'd do back because you're going to get a little bit. I think you're going to
get a bit of bicep and you're going to get a little bit of glute, a bit of arm. Yeah, that's clever. That.
Yeah.
Not as thick as you look.
Well, yeah. So I'd still be walking around with a wank chest and then everything else is disappearing. Didn't think that one through. Steroid blends, people say they are fake. I 500 milligram into 1 mil is impossible.
I don't think they're fake, but I think.
But 500 milligram in a mil, you fucking.
It hurts. I don't think it suspends.
I think there's it's so like there's a time and a place for him. If you're not really experienced, you don't want to inject yourself with a lot of shit. You don't want to take 1 mil of fucking like a Rip Blend or something. Take it, it'll work.
This is a good one. Alternative for primo and mass during this shortage in the diet phase.
Well, it is EQ, isn't it? Essentially, or DHB,
or which we're not allowed to do now. Just run testosterone, growth hormone, Anavar, and then a bit of AI.
Yeah,
no, you're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to run an AI.
No.
Because it's bad for your lipids.
But
primo at a gram in.
so primo probably does just as much, if not more, damage to your lipids than fucking an AI does. So obviously, there's the heart thing with the AI.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like,
the heart thing with primo
is it ideal? Do you want to be running 700 mega test and I don't know 12.5 milligram aromasin every other day or every day to control your estrogen? Probably not. Do you want to be using Arimidex? Like I said,
if you look at it,
anyway, there's going to be some form of detrimental risk to your health. You're taking anabolics, so it's whatever you feel like.
I just think you shouldn't have been stupid and should have stocked up.
Yeah, you should have stocked up.
I've got loads of mass.
Potentially,
I have.
Potentially a little bit of EQ.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Neff. Actually, just test fucking growth hormone and Anavar. There is no better combination.
Yeah, test growth hormone and Anavar, and then if you need to just
add a little bit in and you want to get a bit spicy, EQ, DHB.
Yeah, well, DHB is probably under that bracket of DHTs where you're struggling.
Yeah, probably. Most important notion of training as a bodybuilder: intensity, tempo, or time under tension.
Intensity.
Everything, every time.
Effort trumps everything, but obviously, when you get to a certain level, effort you do that. Why can't do you know what this just pisses me off? Why can't you do a lot?
Well, you're not allowed, apparently. No,
where's this one? It's Arthur. It's my client. Arthur. Most important notion of training as a bodybuilder.
Well, the most important notion technically is tension. Without tension, muscle don't get built. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But with no intensity and tension, there's no stimulus.
Yeah,
it's all three.
It's all three. But when you go to the gym, you see a lot of people and there's not much intensity, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Tempo, no. And tempo and time under tension. Well, right, so tempo is irrelevant. It's control.
Yeah. True.
So some people can be doing a 2 second negative, some people can be doing a 4 second negative, or
Well, you look at some of the big Americans just fucking pulling.
But it's still under control.
It's controlled, yeah.
And there's tension still in the muscle all the way through. So I don't think tempo is a big factor. I think it's control and intensity. And if it's under control, the muscle's going to be under tension.
Yeah.
Or it should be.
Thoughts on women sexualising bodybuilding via OnlyFans and men as well.
Do what you want.
Harmful or smart business.
Fucking
get them out.
Yeah, fucking get them out.
Get cheeks out, get dick out, get it all done. If you're making money and you're happy and it's not going to affect future kids or your kids or anyone's going to
all your life. But yeah, if you're happy with it.
Get your fucking knot all out.
Yeah.
Sort of,
for a $5.
Yeah.
If you're happy selling
just
your
make sure
for
you're
$5,
charging enough.
Get it.
Yeah. Just, fuck it.
Do what you want, innit?
Do you know what?
We're in a world now where does anyone give a fuck? There's only jealousy when people are somewhere and then people want to cast shade on it.
Yeah.
If someone's making bank because of the fucking...
Getting the minge out.
Or a fucking bulge out and flexing some abs, fucking fair play to you.
Yeah. It don't matter, does it?
It keeps you out at 9 to 5 and you don't want to be there. Sound. Number one common mistakes that stops you from getting either big or shredded. Consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, we are, though.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Smoking fags or weed daily is going to affect the look/diet long term. Yeah. In bodybuilding. You just add in more toxicity, more stress, especially with the weed thing and the sweating.
Yeah.
Inflammation.
We've had that,
Yeah, we've already covered that.
Yeah.
Biggest regrets in bodybuilding, business, and life in general. Fucking hell, that's a deep one.
It's a bit deep, that.
It's able, though.
Yeah, for me, it would be starting my... I mean, this isn't my ultimate, but this is something that comes to mind.
I don't like to call them regrets, though, do you?
No, I don't regret anything I've ever done, ever.
Because everything that you've done has landed you where you are today as a person. It's all a lesson.
I wish I'd just started coaching when Yoris started pushing me.
Yeah.
Like 5-6 years before. And he's saying, you need to...
But you wouldn't have had... Would you have had the confidence then to do what you're doing?
No, but I just... where it's grown straight away, I just think, fucking hell.
But it's probably grown how it is because of...
But it's not a regret.
No, it's just like... But I haven't really got many regrets, me.
My regret within bodybuilding is starting...
Earlier.
I wish I did start earlier, but I also wish that I didn't start my steroid cycles as high. I wasn't exposed to such high drugs from the beginning. I think I could have done a lot better and built a lot more muscle on much less and then titrated. Like you, your steroid doses have been very low, haven't they?
Oh, right.
For someone who was like 300 pounds, you were taking like you were sniffing a bottle of test.
Took your lid off, weren't it?
Yeah, just lick it lid and put it back on.
To be fair, like up until the year I won my pro card, 2022, 2023, my cycles didn't really go over like 1700 meg. And then I started creeping towards that 2 gram. And then I went over that 2 gram mark. And then when I got to 2.5, it weren't like I felt rough. Like some people can handle more drugs and be fine on it. I didn't really see any extra benefit other than feeling worse.
Yeah.
So Felly's got one, but he's fucking hell, it's a lot to cover. We might have to cover this on next one.
How long we got, James?
It's done.
Hour and 45 we've been going.
We've been on an hour and 45.
We've got 15 minutes, haven't we?
Oh, come on, I need a rape piss.
Yeah, well, we can go.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, go on.
Cheers.
We'll let you off. We interrupt this broadcast for...
Yeah.
Right, well, there was a couple in here that people asked in the someone remember Spotify. Look, lads and lasses.
Sorry, this is fucking me. I'm shit.
Can we just Spotify?
Hold on. Can we pass this? If I give James the passcodes, surely would it? If I give you passcodes for Spotify, which is basically just so everybody can get onto Spotify now and Acker's account. You might have to cut that.
You have to cut.
I thought we were still rolling.
No, we are still rolling. So, wouldn't it be easier for me to just... Yeah, just bleep that. Wouldn't it be easier for me to just give you details to log into Spotify and then instead of sending us audio, just when you upload YouTube, upload Spotify?
Yeah.
Right, so cameraman is going to do Spotify. And I do apologise, we do have a lot of questions, a lot of messages and story posts in the Instagram, but I typically do the Instagram with Nath on the side, and I don't do Instagram anyway for myself. So me actually going
I forgot a lot.
Yeah, well, just people mentioning us in stories or messaging, and I'm with what we've got inbox here, and this was only from we've got 18 inbox, and then probably about we've got about 25 inbox. So I do apologise. I just don't. I'm not a fan of Instagram at the minute. Do you know when you're just cracking on? Well, I need to be. I know I need to be. But yeah, have you got any more?
I've got one from Felly, but it's too long for where we're at. It's probably a 15-minute section. Where's it gone?
Have we got anything else that we want to touch on? Like, it don't have to be bodybuilding.
So this is
life,
Felly.
Life. That is fucking long.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it's long. That I'll start that for next one.
Yeah, no, that's a full podcast.
No, there's two.
We'll save that.
So we'll save it. See what I'll touch on. Arnie, he's been in for his first fertility session. He's going back tonight. So he's
What is it, like a family affair?
I was going to say fucking house full of fucking swollen balls.
So Arnie's been in to sire his first litter of pups. So we studied him out. So we went up with the actual the bitch, which is one of my mates who's got a blue staff, to a canine fertility clinic, and it was pretty like easy process, to be fair. And Arnie's good with other dogs. He's like sound. They got on really well, and it's fucking such a weird thing. Like,
yeah, we used to do it with my French bulldog running.
Turn bitch round. Arnie has a sniff because obviously she's ready. Gets a bit fucking fired up. Bloke just
as to put it into, I think.
No, they don't do it naturally, because if they're not together, it can be stressful for. Well, obviously, that's how they do it naturally.
Well, yeah, fucking, it's not stressful, is it?
Mate, I'm not being. No, it is, because we're only mammals really, other than I think it's dolphins, or that
do it for pleasure. Yeah,
they do it for pleasure. So every other mammal reproduces just for that purpose, for reproduction. And I'm not being funny, mate. It will like that when it comes out at fucking sheath and not. Fucking knots like that, and it's less long. It's fucking like, you know, I didn't realise. You see, they get a little bit of lipstick out. It's not like that. It's fucking, mate,
like an horse.
It's fucking massive, and I'm like, fucking hell.
So what's happening now then? So
obviously then he just the bloke at the fertility clinic.
You're just there.
He sort of replicates it.
There you go, Arnie.
He replicates how it would be knotted together. So he just
wanks everyone off.
No, he just holds it for like 5 minutes until he's drained him. Essentially, he's looking for about like 3 or 4 mil, and Arnie's just stood there like as though.
Well, if Arnie knew he just got wanked off by a bloke, he'd be off on for a cold shower crying.
As though it's just, as though it's just normal. And then he obviously inserts it into female. But you have to do it twice. So we're going back again tonight. So I'll get home. We've got another.
And is that likely to work straight away then, or do you get failed attempts?
I'm guessing you get failed attempts, but she's ready because he did like a progesterone test and it all come upon screen, and he's like, right, these are live cells, these are dead cells, this has got a nucleus in it, so she's ready to go. You're gonna have to come back on Wednesday. I'm guessing that's just to give you more chance, because it might not work.
Trigger and fucking.
So I'm just gonna pull.
And what's crack with that? And you just get paid for stud, or do you get like one from litter, or what?
Because he's my best mate and it's first time he's done it. Like I'm not charging him. I'm not charging
fucking
him.
Blue Staff premium grade spunk, that.
Yeah, but they're going to, because we're going to have a litter with Neil and Arnie. So.
All right, okay. So you just react.
They're going to pass us over, like, because it's expensive, you know, like whelping box, 250 quid, or fucking puppy stuff. So they'll just let us have that after they've used it.
Like, well, you'll know with clients, like, if they've ever had puppies or anything like that, it fucks people.
Yeah,
fucking sleep, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking tell you what, actually, speaking about animals, fucking cat yesterday had come into house, so got back, cat had fucking clawed window open, walked into house, fucking sprayed her out next to exercise bike, fucking stunk.
What, not your cat?
Not my cat, no. Well, I don't have a cat.
No, but
I don't like cats.
It was a different cat.
It was a Tom cat had come in, fucking opened window, ate fucking Molly cat that lives in the house. Food, sprayed fucking at wall. Fucking stunk, walked out, got out. So I was on exercise
Get
like,
that down, you.
Fucking stinks. Fucking hell. So yeah, dog's out way.
Yeah, so Arnie's having some.
You know, Keith, is it Keith?
Yeah,
Ken?
Keith, yeah.
Keith.
He's 22 this year.
Is he still with us?
No, he's 22. He's going deaf though.
Oh, bless him.
He's going deaf. Or he just like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what cats are like?
Well, that's what I don't like about them.
selective hearing.
He don't like you.
He does.
He, mate, I swear to God.
does.
He walks in and you feed him, and then he walks out, and he might as well just give you a finger and say,
He's not like that. He's a good cat. He's a human cat.
he was a dog in a previous life. Then.
Right, we're done.
Yeah, I'm desperate for piss.
Final-
It's still a bit warm in here, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to pull
Yeah,
that
no,
out.
but
It's better.
it's a lot better. It is a lot better. But you've got to think it is 25 outside. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So that's
Well-
it, you bastards. See you next time.
see you next time.
Well, I think just to thank you really more than anything for just interacting, and guys and girls who are messaging saying that, you know, we're helping them out. And do you know what I think we should do before we go? I think at some point when there's an expo on or something, we should hold a live Big Dog Cast
100%.
where we buy a booth and we sit there, we chill out. You can come up and have a chat with us. I know you don't like people, but you have to interact
You're
at some
going
point.
to have to do it at some point. You're a
have to do
national
it.
treasure. You're a
I'm not
fucking
going
famous.
to- I'm not going to
I went by a fucking billboard and then you're on there. Doctors on billboard.
I'm not going to no
You have to.
bodybuilding shows.
It's not a show.
It's an
Or
expo.
an expo. I don't want to know. I'm not bothered about bodybuilding. We'll.
Well, if there's any other doctors out there that are a
Right,
miserable
so
bastard, no, we need to swap him.
Can we please have a petition to get Doctor? Somebody
listen, if we get to
10,000 vote, 10,000.
if we get when it gets
That's
to
a lot.
10,000 views.
No, a petition for 10,000 people to sign.
No, when we get 10,000 views.
10,000 views on just one podcast, whenever it is.
Yeah,
it could be episode 1.
Yeah, when we get there, I'll
Right, okay.
I'll go.
Well, this is on film.
I'll go.
10,000 views on one podcast. We get you to an expo or a bodybuilding show
To do a live-
where we do a
live
live
Big Dog Cast.
a live Big Dog
We'll
Cast.
We'll have guests on, but none of these like boring wank bodybuilders.
Science-based lifters.
Yeah, I'm not one of
No,
them.
they can have a 5-minute slot.
Yeah,
Come in,
no,
have a
but
chat
what I
for 5
mean
minutes.
is, but like, we're not going, oh, it's such and such. Like, we've got to agree, like, oh, I'm not very bothered about that cunt, so he's not sitting down with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's all
Guest
right.
list.
So, yeah, we'll look and we'll go. Because sometimes people, like, I'm like, we're not having...
Yeah, people expect to, I'll just come on right now.
Yeah, no, you won't.
No, you won't,
You
sir.
won't. It's such a silly con.
So you're going to be the selector.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to have about 3 people on then.
Hey, but they'll be good.
Right, that's
Right,
it.
we're
That's
done.
that'll do it. Thank you, guys.
Cheers, guys.